You can play like you don't know, but I'm the motherfucking truth. Spitting real game, and I'm clutching in the booth. We was both on one, now we fucking in the booth. She looked me in my eyes, she say, nigga, you the truth. Bad and rude, body, we don't.
Okay, YouTube, top of the morning. Back with another video. So, got this Monte Carlo SS. Don't really know what year, but he dropped it off just like not too long ago. So what we gonna do today to this is put a push start button on it, which is like one of my specialties. So Sebastian. So we go throw a push start button on it. I'm gonna give it to y'all step by step. But as far as the wiring, y'all gotta figure that out yourself, because I ain't gonna be reliable for somebody burning their car up because their wiring is wrong. So that's the only step that's gonna be left out. But other than that, man, let's get to it. You gotta bust it down. We have to let's see what we're working with. So we gotta take this panel out, basically just this panel, and then of course I'm gonna put the push start button right there, like I always do on the Monte Carlos, and then shit, we can just go from there. So bust this down, get to the wiring, and we can start hooking this bad boy up. Lego. Okay, so one thing on these cars, like before I do the push start button, I'd like to see how it's gonna how it reacts without the push button. So once I put the push button on there, I already know if they gotta do adjusting on timing or whatever. So so that way, like when I do put the push start button on it, it's moving and it's acting like it's supposed to. But of course this is carbureted, so of course when it sits, it's gonna react different, just like it just did when the fuel level from the fuel pump and the filter flows back down. It's always gonna give you that little lag, and either sometimes you gotta push the gas. Some people gotta push the gas, some people don't gotta push the gas. It just really depends on how your shit's set up. But gotta get through all of this to get to my wires. He said he got a lot of stuff hooked up in here, so I'm gonna let him deal with that. I'll just move out and take out what I need and hook up what I need to do, and let him deal with the rest. But let's go. People always ask me how difficult or how hard it is to hook these up. If you can read this diagram, anybody can hook this shit up. It comes with instructions, everything is there. You only dealing with what? You got 6 wires right there, 6, 7. So you only dealing with 7 wires. I think that's easy enough. But if you can read a diagram, you can hook one of these up. I'm prepping all my wires right now. So about to get down to the starter switch at the bottom of the column, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wire this thing on up. Okay, so check me out, YouTube. Got everything wired all up. Got everything wired all up. And as you can see, and then let's go ahead, test her out. So of course you got your key fobs, and then you link it. Once it's linked, you'll hear a beep, and that lets you know that it's activated, right? So you can't just, of course it's on, so that's the first set, that's the second setting, and then the third setting, go cut it off. You will not be able to start this car unless you hit the brake and see the light glow. So as you can see, the light is glowing. So then you go ahead and hit your button. And there you go. So then say you want to cut it off. That gives you no access to cut it off. You got to hit the brake to cut it off. So you hit the brake and then you hit the button. Bam. It's still, the key is still active. So of course it's gonna act like, you know, you just want to turn that radio on. So that's your first setting. Your second setting cuts on everything on the dash. And then of course the third setting, if you don't hit the brake, cuts everything off. So now that that's all said and done, it's pretty much wrapped up. And I just gotta drill the hole for the button, link the little link the key fob ring, and then I'll pretty much be done. Put everything back up in there nice and neat, and another successful push start button on another Monte Carlo done. So I'm gonna put the button there. So of course I'm gonna have to do like I think it's a 1-inch hole saw. So 1-inch hole saw right there. Throw the button in there and shit, it'll be ready to pick up. It'll be done. So shit, stay tuned. I'll cut you back on once I get everything nestled back up. Okay, YouTube, I'm back. So got everything put back up. I got it all ready to put back up. I just need to test it before I actually put it up. So we can go ahead and test this thing. Test this thing one time for the one time. My bad for the fingers. So you just link the key. Hit the brake. Boom. Try to get out and just hit the button. You ain't going off. You ain't going off until you hit the brake. Boom. So for those of you who just think you can just hop in and just hop in a nigga's car and start going, it ain't happening. The key gotta be linked. You can't even hit that and start it up. You can't even hit that and start it up. The key gotta be linked. The key gotta be linked. If the key ain't linked, you ain't going nowhere. Just as simple as that. And I'm out.